There is zero excuse for the Cowboys to make it to the Super Bowl this year, Sean. Zero excuse. And do you know why? Do you know why?
I do know why, because we've teased it and, supposed to have been doing the topic 5 times already.
True.
I do know why.
Okay. Well, the reason is the quarterbacking in the conference. I'm going to give you, first off, I'm going to give you the odds to win the NFC from BetMGM.
All right.
Number 1, at plus 325, San Francisco.
San Francisco is the favorite over Philadelphia?
At BetMGM.
Okay, I have from sportsbetting.ag, I have Philly at 7-2, San Fran at 4-1.
Okay.
Will you even admit that seems crazy? Jalen Hurts hater, 49er lover.
So,
how's San Fran the favorite?
Well, first off, San Francisco has always been a betting darling.
Yeah.
But the other aspect here is you've got you've got basically 8 of the 13 or 14 rotational players on defense with Philadelphia that are out of contract. And while San Francisco does have questions at quarterback right now, they've shown an ability to make deep runs in the playoffs with questions about their quarterback. So I'm guessing they're just not getting dinged as hard for that, and there's more questions about whether Philly can return their defense.
Do they also knock you, since it would be a back-to-back for Philly?
Maybe.
Do they?
Yeah. I mean, they might. They're looking at odds. And what are the odds that you go back to a Super Bowl? Historically, the Super Bowl loser struggles the following year.
What are the odds you win the NFC East a second year in a row? That hasn't happened.
Right.
18 years.
Yeah.
Okay, but who would everyone install as the NFC favorite today?
I mean, probably Philly.
Philly. Slightly over San Francisco.
So, but I mean, they're so close. Like at Caesars, it's San Fran plus 320, Philly at plus 340.
Okay.
So BetMGM 325 for San Fran, Philly 350. And the Cowboys are third at plus 750. Number 4 is Detroit.
Oh my.
At plus 1,000, so 10-1.
In the conference?
In the conference.
Wow.
And then it's followed by New Orleans at plus 1,400.
Nolans.
And then Minnesota at 1,600 with the Giants.
It's about to drop even lower when they let go of superstar Adam Thielen.
So the barrier, the wall, the competition is not there. This is not the AFC. The AFC, you've got to go through Patrick Mahomes. A quarterback might have to face Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, and Josh Allen in 3 straight games to make the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck. At best, Dak Prescott's going to have to face Daniel Jones, Brock Purdy, and Jalen Hurts.
This is crazy. This is going to be one of the biggest things when we look back at our time here, radio time together. If they don't make it to a Super Bowl, forget about winning. If they don't make it, we will have looked back at this weakness. The NFC East, they couldn't even take advantage of the NFC East. And right now, what the NFC is with these teams and at quarterback, this is as bad as I could ever remember. On either side. Jalen Hurts, still some questions about him throwing it. No one in San Fran. Jared Goff, about to be Jordan Love. We'll get to Stafford in a second. Cousins, Derek Carr, Daniel Jones. That's it. That's your top 7-8.
Yeah, now listen. Now you could reasonably make the argument that Dak is the best quarterback. You could also reasonably make the argument that all those guys are the same. Carr, Cousins, Dak, Goff, they're all the same guy. None of them can necessarily win you a Super Bowl on their own. They're all good enough. I think all those quarterbacks are good enough to make the Super Bowl with the right situation.
Once Rodgers gets traded or retires, whatever. Once he's gone from Green Bay, is this, because I'm just trying to run through my head, make sure there's no old timer who might be sitting there. Is this the first time that any of you can remember that a entire conference didn't have a Hall of Fame quarterback in it?
Who's the closest to the Hall of Fame in the NFC at the quarterback position? If getting rid of Rodgers.
Dan Orlovsky would say it's Matt Stafford. He is a Hall of Famer as soon as he won the Super Bowl.
He's not a Hall of Famer.
But he's probably closest.
He's closest in the sense that the most complete picture. Now, there's obviously a lot still left to project on Jalen Hurts, there's obviously a lot to project on guys that you have to then look at and say, okay, well, how are they going to finish their career? They could still change the narrative.
Wow.
Stafford having the most complete picture is the closest, but I think by the end of Stafford's career versus the end of, I don't care what y'all say, the end of Dak's career, people are going to view Dak as better than Stafford.
Well, look, I mean, at the very least, the conference championship game is a must, in my opinion, right now. Like, at the very least, you've got one of probably the two best quarterbacks of the division or the conference, or three. Depending on what you think of, in any order, Dak, Hurts, Goff, and Cousins. Like, there's your top four, right? Carr.
Wide open. Wide open, but I feel like we say this every year, and they F it up. They screw it up. Super Bowl odds overall I have from sportsbetting.ag after the card trade. By the way, the Saints went from 40-1 to 25-1 to win it. In the conference, they went from 20-1 to 14-1. So let's go back and forth. The favorite to win it all, as of today,
Kansas City.
It is Kansas City. Number 2.
Cincinnati.
I'll say Philly.
It is Philly. Number 3.
Cincinnati.
They're tied with 2 other teams.
San Francisco and Buffalo.
Yes. Then, by the way, all those teams are 9-1.
Okay, so that's 5 teams there. Then Dallas.
Tied with someone else.
Chargers.
Not the Chargers.
AFC?
Yes. You kind of gave it away the other day.
Miami?
No.
Gave it away the other day. Oh, the Jets.
The Jets and the Cowboys are tied.
Yeah.
As of this morning, 18-1.
There is a look now.
We're missing something.
The Jets have it. Here's what we're missing. The Jets have an inordinate amount of Jet fans in the national media. It's wild how many Jet fans are in the national media.
Greenberg.
Just go down the list. I mean, half of First Take is Tannenbaum, Rex, Bart Scott, Greenberg. I mean, the entire Get Up show is a Jet.
How could you grow up that root for those losers? Good Lord.
You know what it is? It's poor parenting. Your parent, your dad, mom, or grandpa, they've got to lead you in a better direction.
So the Cowboys and the Jets are tied at 18-1. Detroit 20-1. Jacksonville and the Chargers both 22-1. Baltimore 25-1. Worst odds, the teams that Vegas
Arizona
says, and
Houston.
Yep.
Yeah.
Both.
Did you say you see where my Lions are on that thing?
Yeah, 20-1.
20-1.
Jacksonville's value 22-1.
Yes, that is good value. They're going to be in the playoffs. They're going to win the division. Like the amount of teams that have to say, like, you know, the if not now, then when. Like, if Derek Carr is not going to win a division, like this is the year he's going to win a division. The Cowboys. If you're not going to make the NFC title game now, you'll never make it. The Lions. If you don't win the NFC North and get a home game, you ain't never going to win it. I mean, that is wide open.
Do you have? Because I know sometimes you have another. Do you have the history of the odds to see? Because I'm curious. Has Baltimore moved?
I don't have the history.
Okay. I wonder if Baltimore 25-1. I wonder, is that 25-1 because of just how they're evaluated completely, or is that evaluated like that because Vegas thinks they might not have Lamar Jackson?
All right. Michael Lombardi, former NFL GM, was on with us earlier in the week. He made a little announcement on Pat McAfee's show about a quarterback who is apparently available.
Oh, Matt Stafford's fully available. For Matt Stafford, they would love to trade. They can't do it because he's got $57 million guaranteed.
Hold on, though.
There's a lot of
do we know he's playing? Do we know he's playing? We're 100% sure he's playing.
Well, he says he is playing, but but Pat, his contract, he's got 26 million of an option bonus on the third day of the league year, and he's got 31 million in paragraph 5 on the third day of the league year. All of that is guaranteed. Ooh. When I say guaranteed, that's for skill and injury. So it doesn't matter if you can't play or not.
Out of Detroit to LA with this contract. Yeah. Win a Super Bowl.
They just
You're in commercials. What a dream for Stafford to do this.
He's got 57 million coming to him no matter what. The Rams, what are they going to do? They're trying to get out from it. So I don't really want to hear the bullshit that, we're not trying to trade him. Yes, you are. You've called teams. I know this. I know this. And so, I don't really care what they say. They all lie about it. I lied about it.
So the Rams parted ways with Bobby Wagner, and then their GM Les Snead was asked about all this yesterday. He said they've taken trade calls on 9 players. He wouldn't say which ones, but he said Stafford, Cooper Kupp, and Donald are guys that will stay to build around. Did not mention Jalen Ramsey in that mix. So Les Snead, the GM, is saying Stafford, not available, Kupp, not available, Donald, not available. Michael Lombardi says, I know for a fact that they've made calls about moving Stafford.
Oh, he's doing it again. He's doing it again.
Uh-oh.
Mr. Throw you under the bus. Mr. I am in charge, not the quarterback.
Sean Mack truck.
1 year. 1 year after he wins a Super Bowl, they're going to try to dump this poor guy off on someone else. What a fraud. What a fraud Sean McVay is. That's what he wants. He wants to run the show. He's going to cut someone out of his life so fast. He's more cold-blooded than Tiger.
Well, he can't want Baker.
I can't imagine.
Like, Matt Stafford sounds like, well, before I say that, Bobby, this is a guy that you used to work for through a bunch of different connections. Did you see the best quarterbacks in the NFC list? Colin Cowherd?
I was out this day, right? I was sick.
No, we haven't touched on it yet. This just came out the other day.
Oh, okay. Because I remember there was one a couple of weeks ago that I was sick that day.
This was 2 days ago. Colin Cowherd ranked the top NFC quarterbacks. Would you like to guess them?
Okay.
Number 1.
NFC. He'll go with. Is Stafford on this list?
Yes, he is.
All right. I'll say he put Stafford number 1.
Ring him up. Number 2.
Wait, why did you think he would put Stafford 1?
Because I think he loves Stafford and I mean, look, he's got skill. There's talent there.
But his arm might be dead,
right?
broken,
I
retired.
I don't think Colin pays attention to that.
Okay.
2, Hurts.
Yep.
3, Jared Goff.
Yeah.
You looked at this.
I didn't look at this. I just know Colin. He loves golf, so do I.
4.
4's got to be Dak.
No.
Daniel Jones?
No.
Gino?
Nope.
Brock Purdy?
Nope.
Okay. NFC. Kyler?
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 5, Dak. 6, Carr. 7, Cousins. 8, Gino. There's no reason, honestly, like, even though we all laugh at it, there's no reason not to have Daniel Jones in the top 8 in the NFC.
I mean, he had a good QBR last
who
year.
are you taking out?
I would take out Carr right now. I'd probably take out Gino.
You take Daniel Jones over Derek Carr?
Oh, God, no. Just
get him, RJ.
No.
I mean, in a vacuum,
Derek Carr has never had, he's never had a defense higher than 19th.
Yeah, back in the I was a big Derek Carr defender. I've always thought Derek Carr was better than most people have said he was. Yeah. He fell off a cliff last year. He was bad last year.
He was not good. I wonder how much of that was the connection with the new system.
It's possible, but man, when you're however old he is, 30 or whatever, when you're a quarterback and you're supposed to be one of the top quarterbacks in the game, or just even one of the above average quarterbacks, that's what they value in your mental processing and stuff. It should not be that aggressive a fall off.
And you take Daniel Jones over Gino?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
But come on, this Stafford thing at 1, it's a troll. This guy I used to respect coming up through broadcasting. I despise his success. Write it up, BSM. I know you're getting ready to quote me on all this. This guy's such a fraud. He used to be unique and interesting and creative. He's a freaking troll, and he's an arrogant troll too. I can't stand this guy. I hate him more than Greenberg now. Quote me on it. I don't care.
Whoa.
Yeah, I can't stand Colin
Yeah,
Cowherd.
you make sure to use those Twitter tags,
fake.
BSM.
What a snob. Twitter tag it. I don't care. I hate that he's making $6 million a year for this garbage. Matt Stafford is number 1. Good Lord.